This is the Roulette Master, and I'm really excited for today's video because one of my subscribers, Sonny, who was a pit boss and casino manager, he shared the two systems that he recommended to his son to make money in the casino with, and I can't wait to share them both with you today. And one of them is a new system that Sonny came up with, and man, I can't wait to see which one makes the most in 15 minutes. I'm going to show you both systems, and we're going to start with the Dr. Pepper roulette system today. That might be one that you're familiar with. The second system is a new one Sonny came up with that he said works fantastic in the casino. Again, each one will get 15 minutes of play time. Once I place the bets for the Dr. Pepper, we'll set the timer, and then we'll follow that up with his new roulette system, which he said is fantastic. So here we go, and let's get the bets placed first. So we're going to have $10 on, and you can, this first one, the Dr. Pepper roulette system, you can choose red or black. But if you choose red, you have to go with third column. If you choose black, you have to go with second column because of the number of numbers that are black or red in those columns. And I'll explain that more as we go through. But we're going to have a $15 bet on the color. And actually, let me switch the unit sizes there. And then we're going to have a $10 bet on second column, which goes with black. Third column goes with red. And let's go ahead and get started. You can also play this with $20 and $30, but we're doing 10 and 15 today. Let's go ahead and spin. The timer is started, and here we go. That's a 13 black. Okay, and that's a win. So we're just going to repeat the bet. We're up $5, and let's spin again. Here we go. All right, that is a 6 black. Okay, that's another $5 win. So now we're up 10. Let's rebet and spin. Here we go. And obviously, it'd be nice to hit the color and the column, which is what we just did there. All right, that was good timing. We just won $35 there. Now we're at 45. Let's repeat the bet, and then I'm going to show you what to do when you have losses and how to do all that good stuff. And there's one right there. That's a 0. So when that happens, we're always going to increase the bets by the amount we started with, and we started with 10 on the column. So it's going to go to 20, and then we started with 15 on the color. It's going to go up 15 to 30, and then let's spin again. And here we go. That's a 13 black. Okay, that's a $10 win. We're up 30, and you need to keep track of your session profit with this. Let's go ahead and repeat that again. And if you're not in session profit and you get a win, you just repeat the bet. That's a 29 black. Look at that. That's a $70 win. We're up $100 now. Let's go back to the original bet now. I have 15 and 10, which is 25 total. And let's go ahead and spin. Again, you can also play this starting with 30 and 20. And here we go. That's a 28 black. That's a $5 win. We'll take it. We're up $105 already. So let's go ahead and place the next bet. And here we go. And spin. We are currently 2 minutes, 20 seconds in out of the first 15 minutes of this challenge. And that's a 32 red. That's a $5 win. We'll take any win. And we're up 110. Obviously, we want the column and the color to hit, but any win is a good win. And let's spin again here. Here we go. That is a 21 red. And that's a loss. So again, anytime you lose, you increase by the amount you started with. So that'd be 10 on the column, 15 on the color. And let's spin. Now we have a $50 total bet. We're 3 minutes in out of the first 15 minutes of the competition. That's a 9 red. And that's another loss. So we're going to increase by those amounts again. 10 on the column, 15 on the color. And that makes it really easy to keep track of how much you're increasing the bets by. It's always the same amount. That's a 5 red. It's a $15 win. And we're up 50 right now. And let's go ahead and take that back to... Actually, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and reset. And we'll be back at the original 25. You don't have to get all the way back to session profit if you don't want to with this. You can restart whenever you want as long as you're happy with the amount that you've won. And now we're back up 85. Let's go ahead and put the original bets back out there again. And one thing I want to tell you, Sonny's motto is get in, get out. Obviously, we're going to play each of these systems for 15 minutes today. And there's a nice $35 win. We're up 120. And but his motto is get in, get out. So if you do get up, and he says to get out with the money, and if you get up a decent amount early, and that's a smart thing to do. Obviously, today there's another win there. We're gonna play a little for 15 minutes each to keep it fair. But when you're playing in the casino, when you get up, and you know that for sure you beat the casino that day, get out and declare victory over the casino. And that's what he wanted me to convey to you guys today. And we're up 130. Let's go ahead and spin again. And here we go. That's a 32 red. It's a $5 win. We'll take it. We're up 135. Let's spin again. And we are 5 minutes in out of 15. That's a double zero. Okay, so here we go. 10 on the column, 15 on the color. Now we have a $50 total bet again. And here we go. That's a 35 black. Okay, we won 70. Fantastic. So we're going to go back to the 25 again. And you can see we hit the color and the column that time, which is what we want to do. And that usually will bring us back to session profit. And if you don't hit one of those jackpot numbers, and there's a $5 win there, then you can actually make it back with partial wins, with multiple partial wins as well. Whatever it takes. And like I said, you don't have to make it all the way back to session profit. You just have to be happy with where you're at. And anytime you reset, it makes it safer for you. And let's go ahead and increase. 10 on the column, 15 on the color, and let's spin. So it does help to keep track of how much you're up though. And that's an 8 black. And that's a $70 win. That's color and column. We're up 230 now. So fantastic. We'll go back to the original 25. Here we go. And we're 6 minutes, 10 seconds in out of 15. That's a 1 red. And that's a loss. So we'll increase by 10 on column, 15 on color, and spin. Here we go. And I think earlier I actually reset when we weren't that close to session profit, but you just have to make that decision for yourself. Anytime you reset, it makes it safer. And we're up to 15. And let's go back to 25 and spin. Because you want to protect what you have. And like Sonny says, he would probably already get out right now and take the 200 and some dollars we're up, which we were up. Now we're at 190. Let's go ahead and increase by 2 on the column and 3 on the color, and let's spin. And that way you can declare victory over the casino and know that you won for the day. But I know a lot of you, and myself included, have played where you kept playing when you're up a lot, and then you lost some of the money that you were up, or all of it. So I think everyone's done that at some point. And we just increased by 10 on the column, 15 on the color, and we're spinning again after that loss. But yeah, when you know you're up and you're a winner for the day, declare victory over the casino. And let's go ahead and increase by 10 and 15 and spin. And the reason people have trouble doing that is because they think about all the money that they've lost over the years playing, and they're trying to get everything back. And I understand that, but you have to win day by day when you're playing in the casino. You can't think about the past, so only the future. And that will keep things in perspective. We just increased by 10 and 15, and it never works trying to get back old losses from previous days. And just focus on the future. And let's rebet and spin. We're not in session profit. We need to get another win here, at least. And we could get a jackpot number, or we could get multiple partial wins. We got a jackpot number, so we're up 165 now. And let's go ahead and go back That's close enough. Let's go back to the original bet. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly session profit. You just have to feel comfortable with the amount that you're up, because every time you reset, you're being safer and you're protecting what you've won so far. And we're up 170. Let's go ahead and spin again. And we are 9 minutes in out of 15. That's a 7 red. And that's a loss. So we will increase 10 on the column, 15 on the color, and let's spin. And here we go. That's a 6 black. Okay, that's a win. We're up 155, but we're not in session profit. So let's go ahead and spin again. And that's a 23 red. It's a $10 win, but we're not in session profit. So let's go ahead and spin again at 50. We're 9 minutes 40 seconds in now. That's a 35 black. And that's a good one. That's a $70 win, so that's good enough. We're up 235 again. Let's go back to the original $25 bet and spin. And a lot of people really love this Dr. Pepper roulette system. So I hope you like it as well. And I can't wait to share with you this new system by Sonny. There's a nice $35 win. We're up 270 now. And let's spin again. We're still at the base level of 25. And man, I'm excited for the new one, that the other one that Sonny recommended to his son to make money in the casino. And we're up 305 now. Let's spin again. And doing really well today with this one. That's a 33 black. That's a $5 win. As long as you win one of the two, you're going to be at least up. And we're up 310 now. And let's spin again. We're 10 minutes 42 seconds in. Out of the 15 total minutes, that's an 8 black. All right, that's another $35 win. We're up 345 now. Let's go ahead and spin again. We're 11 minutes in out of 15. And that's 11 black. Another $35 win. We hit column and color. We're up 380 now. All right, let's spin again. Here we go. That's a 17 black. Okay, that's another $35 one. We're up 415 now, so hitting color and column with a few in a row there. And let's spin again. And that's what we want to see with this one. And that's a 5 red. Okay, that's a $5 win. Now let's go ahead and switch to red so you guys can see both sides of how you can place the bets. We're 11 minutes 40 seconds in. We'll put $10. I'm sorry, on, let me make sure that's right. We'll put $10 on third column and $15 on red. All right, $25 total bet. So the red has to go with third column, the black has to go with second column, and that's a 34 red. That's a $5 win, we'll take it. We're up 425, and let's spin again. We're 12 minutes 7 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 28 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll increase by 10 on the column, 15 on the color. It's always the same, which is nice. Every time you lose, if you win and you're not near session profit, then you keep the bet the same. And that would have been a good one if we had stayed on black second column, right? So let's increase again. 10 on the column, 15 on the color, 75 total bet now. We're 12 minutes 41 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 25 red. That's a $15 win. We're not in session profit, but if you wanted to, we'll stay right here at 75, but if you wanted to, since we're up a lot, you can always restart and take a small partial loss. That's a 00. So we'll increase again. Again, 10 on column, 15 on color, and spin. And 13 minutes 12 seconds in out of 15. Here we go. That's a 15 black. And that's a $20 win. We're not in session profit, so we'll just rebet here. See if we can get a red number in the third column. There's 11 black. That's a loss, so let's increase again. 10 on the column, 15 on the color, 125 total bet, 13 minutes, 40 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 28 black. I should have stayed with the black second column, right? But you never know when you're playing, so you just have to make the best decision you can. So here we go. Now we're 150 total bet. Let's see if we can finish with some red numbers in the last minute here. There's a 35 black again. Boy, we would be way up if I had stayed on black second column. So let's check our balance. You can see now temporarily we're down a little bit now. So let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a good win. That's a 23 red. That's a nice partial win. Let's go ahead and rebet that. Let's see if we can get one more jackpot win before the 15 minutes is up. We have about 30 seconds left. And that's a 14 red. It's another partial win. Let's just repeat that bet at 175, then we'll check our balance. We only have about 20 seconds left. That's a 26 black. And that's a loss. So let's increase by 10 and 15. Now we have a $200 total bet, and this will be our last spin. And that is a 4 black. And that's a loss. So at the very end, we ended up losing with this system, but I'm pretty sure that from playing this a lot, that if we had kept going, all it would have taken is another jackpot number. We would have been back in business again. So I really do love the Dr. Pepper Roulette system, but unfortunately we only had 15 minutes of playtime, and it had cycled downward at the end of the 15 minutes. However, now it's time for the new system by Sonny, the second one that he recommended his son to make money in the casino. I can't wait to share it with you, so here we go. All right, I'm excited. It's time for Sonny's new system. We're going to place the bets first, then we'll set the timer for 15 minutes. And we're going to start by placing some splits, and we're going to use dollar units on these. However, if you can't use dollar units at your casino, if that's too small, just make these 10s. And I'll show you the other bets here soon. Also, make sure you watch the entire video because there's a lot of rules to this one that changed throughout the progression. We're going to have every black number in the second column is going to have a split with the third column. And then we're going to have $8 on second and third column. But again, if you can't play with units that small in your casino, just make those 80 and 10. But we have a $24 bet here today. I'm going to set the timer. And let's spin. I'm going to show you everything you need to know, but there's a bunch of different rules and the progression changes as it goes through, but it's still really easy to remember. So it's not one of those complicated systems. You just need to know how to do it. And we started out with a loss. So with this system, if we have a loss, we do not increase the bet on the first loss. So here we go again. Let's see, that's a 22 black. And that's another loss. So once you lose twice, you double the bet. But you're not going to double after this one. It's going to change if you lose. So let's double the bet and spin. Here we go. And this system involves taking some partial losses so that you can be patient and get some really good jackpot wins. And there's a $36 win. And you can see we're minus 12, but Sonny says that even if you win, once you win, if you're down, you just take that little bit of a setback, that $12 there, and you go back to the original bet. And he says that the jackpot wins that you will get will make up for any of those small setbacks. So let's go ahead and spin, but make sure you stay in for the whole video because it doesn't double after the next loss. It changes. So you're going to need to know a lot more, and that is a loss. So we're going to keep the bet the same. And here we go again. That's a 10 black. And that's a loss. So now we double the bet to 48. And let's see what we get here. All right, that's a 15 black. And that's a break even. There are a few break evens on this one. If you hit one of the numbers in the second or third column that's not covered, then you just rebet with the same amount. So here we go again. And let's see what we get here. That's a 31 black. That's another loss. So you can see temporarily we are down 108. We're going to increase now. So you double, and if you lose again, you don't double the next bet. You just increase by a unit. So now we're going to add $8 to each one of these bets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they'll be at 24 each. And then we're going to add $1 to each one of the splits. So the first loss was no increase. Second loss was double, and then the third loss is increased by 1 unit, which is the unit that we started with. Now we have a $72 total bet, and let's spin. Here we go. That's a 9 red. That's a nice $54 win. And you can see we're still down, but he says don't worry about that. He says go back to the original $24 bet when you get a win. He says it's much safer. And he says if you have patience and your bankroll, let's go ahead and spin at 24 now, that the amount of jackpot wins you get will make up for that. So let's see what we get here. That's a 4 black. And that's a loss, so we'll keep the bets the same. And spin. Here we go. We're 3 minutes 31 seconds in out of 15. That's a 26 black. And that's a win. So we will restart. Or I'm sorry, we're still at 24. So let's go ahead and just keep it there and spin. Let's see if we can get some multiple wins and cut into that as losses. That's 11 black. It's another win. So now we're getting some wins. Let's go ahead and spin. We started out really rough. So let's see if we can finish this one with some really good results. And just as I say that, we get a 0. So again, the second bet is to keep it the same. So the first loss, you keep it the same. Second loss, you double. Third loss, you increase by 1 unit. And that's a 27 red. We got the win. We're still minus 48. And let's spin. And he said the whole key to this system is keeping your bankroll, not losing your bankroll, and eventually you'll get ahead if you have patience, and then you cash out. So let's go ahead and double now. And then if we lose this one, we will increase by 1 unit. Okay, that is a 4 black. And that's a loss, so we'll increase by 1 unit now. So that's 8 on each on the columns. And then we add 1 to each one of the splits. There we go. Now we have a $72 total bet. We're 5 minutes 10 seconds in. That's a 3 red. Okay, that's a $54 win, and we're minus 66, but he says we still go back to the $24 bet that we started with. He says you just need the patience to wait it out. What this system does is it keeps you from losing all your bankroll, and that's a 22 black. We lost, so we'll rebet that same amount again. Again, we start with keeping the bet the same, then we double, then we increase by a unit. That's a 27 red. And that's a win. So we're minus 72 now. We're going to keep the bets at 24. And we need to get some wins now. That's a 12 red. There we go. And we're rebetting at the same $24 base amount. We're 6 minutes 10 seconds in out of 15 minutes. That's a 30 red. There's another win. And he says eventually you'll start getting some of these good wins in a row. It'll make up for the bad losses. But he said it's all about bankroll maintenance. And that's a 0, so that's not good. So we'll repeat that and spin again at 24. Okay, that's a 3 red. Okay, so we got that back. We're at minus 42. Let's go ahead and spin again. Let's get some wins. That's a 27 red. Okay, we got another win. Now we're only down 24. Let's go ahead and spin again. We started out really rough, but hopefully we can turn this thing around. That's a 24 black. That's a break even, so it won't hurt us any. Let's spin again at 24. We're 7 minutes, 10 seconds in. And I'm sure a lot of you are looking for a system that's just really safe. And that's what this is really safe. And there's another break even. And he says you just are really patient till you get up, and then you cash out and declare victory on the casino. So let's keep going here. That's a loss, though. That's a 4 black. So we will repeat the bet and spin again at 24. Okay, that's a 16 red. And that's a loss, so we doubled the bet now. Again, the first loss is no increase, second loss is double, third loss is increased by a unit. And then here soon I'll share what to do after that. There's a $36 win. We're minus 36 now. Let's go ahead and go back to the original $24 bet, which again is $1 on each of the splits. The black numbers in the second column, and then there's $8 on each of the second and third columns. So here we go at 24. We're 8 minutes 15 seconds in. All right, that's a 28 black. And that's a loss, so we'll repeat that bet at 24. Here we go. That's a double zero. Ouch. Okay, so now we double. And we are taking some small setbacks here, but again, we're waiting for things to go in our favor, and we're being patient. So that's a 12 red. That's a win. So we're minus 48 right now. Let's go back to the 24. He said eventually you'll get a bunch of consecutive wins and get ahead. But a lot of the reason we're struggling a little bit here is because we started out with lots of losses. And just like we had there, let's go ahead and repeat that at 24. And we could have started out way ahead. So just remember that. And this is all about bankroll maintenance. So there's an $18 win. We're going to go back to, or we're going to stay at 24, I'm sorry. We got the win at the base level there. And we're 9 minutes, 24 seconds in. That's a 5 red. And that's another break even. We're minus 54. Let's go ahead and spin again. Here we go. That's a 23 red. That's another break even. If you hit one of those numbers uncovered in the second and third column, you just go ahead and repeat. And I think the main reason he came up with this for his son was because he had lost some in the casino. And there's another loss right there. So let's double the bet and spin. And this is just one that's really helps you control your bankroll and is very safe. And that's a 9 red. There's a $36 win. We're minus 42. We're going to go back to 24 and spin. I think a lot of people out there are just looking for a system that is safe or safer than other systems. And my goodness, there's another 0. So let's repeat that bet. And then Sonny says this will eventually get ahead, and then you cash out. You just have to be patient. I know there's a 15-minute time limit today, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and spin again at 24 after that break even. And that's a 32 red. It's another break even. There's not too many of those, but there's a few out there. And let's spin again. The good thing is that we've had really poor luck with this one today, and we're only down about $60 right now. So, but now we're down about 80, it looks like. Let's go ahead and double now. We're at 48. We'd already had one of the times where we didn't double. So that's a 35 black, and that's a win. So now we're minus 54. Let's go back to 24 and spin. And we're 11 minutes, 20 seconds in out of 15. That's a 29 black. There we go. There's an $18 win. We're minus 36 now. Let's spin again and see if we can get some wins here. That's a 15 black. That's a break even, so we'll repeat that and spin. We're just being patient, just like Sonny said, and we're waiting for the moment to get ahead. And that's a 22 black. And that's a loss, so we will, let's see, we will double the bet to 48 and spin. I think we already had one where we didn't double, and that's a 32 red. That's another break even, so we'll just stay right there. Let's rebet and spin at 48 or 12 minutes, 15 seconds in. That's a 17 black. That's a good win. So now we're minus 24. We're getting closer to getting back ahead here, and I do like the safety aspects of this. You do take partial losses, and but that protects your bankroll. And that's a 7 red, but that's a loss. So we're going to repeat that bet, and then if we lose again, we'll double. And that's a 23 red. It's another break even, and let's rebet and spin. We're 13 minutes in out of 15 now. That's a 29 black. There's an $18 win. We're minus 30, and let's spin again. It's also a lot safer because the first loss you don't increase. That does affect your, let's go ahead and double now. That does affect your, the amount of money that you can make quickly, but it also makes it much safer. And that's an 18 red. All right, that's a $36 win. Let's go back to the $24 bet and spin. We're 13 minutes, 35 seconds in. That's a 17 black. I think that's a win. All right, so we're back to all square. Now let's see if we can get ahead in the last minute and a half here. And here we go. It's a 32 red. It's a break even. And let's go ahead and rebet and spin. Here we go. That's a 24 black. That's a break even. So we'll just rebet and spin. We're still at all level. Here we go. That's a 2 black. That's an $18 win. So now we're up. Let's rebet and spin. And we've been patient for a while, so I hope it starts paying off now. And that's a 10 black. That's a loss, so we'll repeat that bet. We're not going to increase. And here we go. That's a 7 red. That's another loss, so we'll double and spin. Here we go. That's a 28 black. That's another one. So remember, now we're not going to double. We're going to increase by 8 on the column. And then 1 on the splits. And remember, these can be $10 bets and $80 bets if you can't play this way at your casino. Now we have a $72 total bet, and this is the last spin. It's a 31 black. Okay, and that's a loss. So so both these systems today lost a little bit, and I think they were both just over $100 on losses. I think the Dr. Pepper actually finished ahead on this one, but they were very similar. But I will tell you, the Dr. Pepper roulette system that went first today has, people have seemed to really love that one. I've made a lot of money in the casino with that one, and we just had some poor numbers today. Actually, I think it just cycled down right when the 15 minutes came up. And with the Dr. Pepper roulette system, you basically have to wait for one of those jackpot numbers and be patient. And then once you get one, you're right back on track again. This second system, the one Lenny just came up with, the thing I really like about it, even though we ended up down at the 15-minute mark, is that it's a very safe system. In fact, the first loss, you don't even increase the bets. You do take partial losses, but we pretty much, had really bad luck and stayed around even for a long time. We lost a couple right at the very end, but we didn't have a chance to recover any of that. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And obviously, if I'd been able to play longer, I think both of them would have come back nicely. But let me know what you guys think. And if you're enjoying the channel, please like and subscribe. And keep sending the systems in. Please send them to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And let me know which system you'd like yours to go up against. I think that makes it a lot of fun. And thank you, Sonny, for sending these ones in. Also, thank you for everything that you share with me and everyone else in the community on a weekly basis. I really appreciate it. And I do think these are two really good systems today. I think we just they just fizzled out at the 15-minute mark. But again, let me know what you guys think, and I would love to hear from you. Also, remember to send those systems into roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And if you're enjoying the channel, please remember to like and subscribe. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.